Andy Adams here with Video Wednesday. I hope this finds you well, and I hope you're having a great and awesome day. So on Monday, I made a post about the different ways of eating, and I talked about carnivore, omnivore, vegan, and vegetarian ways of eating. And first of all, I want to make sure that I come across that I don't promote any particular diet, and that I truly believe that there's not one diet that fits everyone. Dietary choices are highly personal and influenced by a multitude of factors such as culture, ethics, health, and personal preference. And I guess that is why some people are very passionate about their way of eating, and they want to convince everybody else that this is the only way there is. I think we need to understand that we need to give everyone the right to make their own choice. So in the next several minutes, I want to highlight some of the pros and the cons that I feel about certain diets. Some of this has to do with research. It's not all made up in my head, but I also interject my own beliefs into this. So first I want to talk about the vegan diet. It's a plant-based diet. It excludes all animal products, including meat, dairy, and eggs. And often vegans also abolish anything that's made from an animal like leather. So health benefits, as research suggests, is that vegan diets can lower the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease and certain cancers. However, I'm not sure if this research is accurate, because do we compare this to factory farmed meat, which is very high in omega-6 and can cause added inflammation and therefore heart disease and cancers? Or are we comparing this to grass-fed meat? And I can promise you it's most likely factory farmed meats. Of course, there are ethical and environmental considerations that vegans often choose this diet for ethical reasons and to reduce their environmental impact, as animal agriculture contributes to greenhouse gas emissions. So I want to bring something up, and I looked this actually up. So let's go back. At the time of Columbus, when he landed in America, we had an estimate of about 30 million bison wandering the United States of America. In 2023, we have an approximate number of 29 million, a million less, of cows, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So I'm really wondering, do greenhouse gas emissions, are they caused by the animal, or is it how we house the animal? Because the vast majority of animals, of cows, are kept in factory farms, and they use a lot of water. There's a lot of things going on that I'm not even going to get into, but I just wanted to make you think about it. We had approximately the same amount of animals on this earth, in this country, hundreds of years ago, and we didn't have the problems that we have today. Of course, there are other aspects that we have to consider, but I just wanted to point this out. So, okay, going back. So vegans may have the risk of nutritional deficiencies, especially B12, iron, and omega-3 fatty acids, and because these are primarily found in animal products. And there might be some social setting challenges. Adhering to a vegan diet may be challenging in social situation and can limit one's food choices. So in regards to vegetarian way of eating, it's similar to vegan, but the vegetarian's way of eating allows for animal products such as dairy and egg. So it's an animal generated food, but it doesn't kill the animal. And like in the vegan diet, it can be difficult to get plenty of the B12, iron, and the omega-3 fatty acids. The vegan diet omits meat but allows for dairy and eggs. And there are different variations, and they're not really vegetarians, but we have pescatarians that don't eat meat, they eat just fish. And then we have some that just eat chicken and nothing else. So there's different variations. So vegetarians, like vegans alike, they have to carefully plan on how they get their protein sources. It can be difficult, but not impossible to get your protein from plant sources. So now let's get totally off the beat here from plant-based eating, and let me go to the total other part of the spectrum, and let's talk about carnivore diets. So carnivore diet consists mainly of animal products, primarily meat, animal meat from animals, fowl, fish, and in many cases, dairy and eggs. So those that adhere to this way of eating claim benefits such as weight loss and improved mental clarity. It's a very straightforward way of eating due to the limited choices of food. This way of eating lacks variety and has, and as research claims, the nutrients and misses the nutrients that are found in plant foods, such as vitamin, fiber, and minerals, and blames many diseases of the overconsumption of red meat. However, again, I want to point out, what kind of red meat are we eating? And even if we eat factory farmed meat as a carnivore, the lab results often show a different picture. People regain their health. So I'm not totally against it. So last but not least, I want to talk about the omnivore way of eating. Most of us know this way because we're eating everything. It includes both plant and animal-based foods, and it gives us a wide range of nutrients. This way of eating makes it adaptable to various cultures and traditions, offering flexibility in food choices. However, the downside here is that it can come with poor food choices with an omnivorous diet, because and these poor food choices can lead to health issues such as obesity, heart disease, and other chronic conditions. So let's face it, we often eat the way we learned from our parents, our grandparents, and they have learned it from their elders. Plus, we include cultural choices. They have quite an influence on how we choose to eat, because these things are deeply ingrained into us and our dietary makeup. However, we have to consider our health. We can have health conditions such as celiac disease or lactose intolerance, which can restrict the way we are eating from the way we used to eat quite a bit. As a functional nutrition practitioner, I like to consider all aspects and try to reduce as little as possible when it comes to food. And I like to align as much as possible with my clients' need for their preference as well as their values. However, I feel we should never put our food above our health. The wrong foods can greatly contribute to chronic inflammation and even autoimmune diseases. In recent years, we have learned that our gut is extremely important. However, I believe we have only scratched the surface on what researchers will find out in the future. So, in conclusion, you may agree with me or not, and you may say, oh, but it's so hard to give up these foods I love. To you I say, I get it. I have been there. Having dealt with for many years with chronic inflammation and autoimmune issues myself, I have found out which way of eating works best for me, and I had to give up some foods. Having made a decision, however, to listen to my body was the best thing that I could have ever done for me and my health. Remember, your health is in your wealth. And with that, I leave you for today. Have a great day. Remember, your health is your wealth. Have a great day. Bye.